Hey guys, welcome back to another cooking video with your one and only Claudiecooks in the kitchen. Woohoo! Let's make one of my childhood favorite sweet treat that my grandmother used to make for me, and that is coconut drops. What are we waiting for? Let's go making these delicious drops. Okay, I've got 4 cups of water boiling there, and to that I'm going to be adding a stick of cinnamon, which I've broken because it was a large one, and I'm going to add that to the boiling water. Next up, I'm using 2 small coconuts, which I have diced into small bite-sized pieces. Then I've washed them, and now we are going to add that to the boiling water. Just going to give that a little mix. And just to note, in the Caribbean, when my grandma used to make this, she would use the cinnamon leaves, but of course we're not in Jamaica or the Caribbean, so we are using cinnamon stick. And I will also be using some all mixed spice with a bit of cinnamon as well to give added depth to the flavor of the coconut drops. Right, so this is the allspice, and that's about a tablespoon. Next up, 2 cups of sugar. I'm using dark sugar. Followed by half a cup of grated ginger. I love the taste of ginger in it. Of course, you can use less if you don't like the flavor of too much of a pungent and hot taste of the ginger, but I love that kind of flavor, so that's why I'm using that much. Just gonna give this a little stir, and I'm going to put a lid on that, and I'm going to turn the fire down to low because we want the coconut pieces to cook, and if we cook it on a very high heat, the coconut is not going to cook properly. So it's just nice and slow, and I'm just going to put a lid on it, and we're just going to leave it there, you know, with a little gap for some of the steam to escape, and we're just going to let that cook for about 30 to 40 minutes, but please check in intermittently to stir it and make sure it's not burning and we have enough liquid in there. So at about the point of 20 minutes, I will get back on camera and show you where we are in the process of doing these drops. Okay, we are at the 20 minutes mark. And this is what it's looking like at the moment. We still got a lot of liquid in the pan here, and as you can see, the coconut pieces need a lot more cooking. So I will see you back at the next 20-minute mark. Okay, so we are at the 40-minute mark, and as you can see, the liquid has reduced considerably, but I feel the coconut needs to be cooked a bit more, so I'm going to give that another 10 minutes before I come back and add the rest of the ingredients. And I'm just going to be adding a little bit of a secret ingredients that I thought I might just use to update this a little bit. See you back in 10 minutes. At the 50-minute mark with this, and I think we are looking good right here now, because the aim of this was to get all of the liquid reduced right down to a sticky consistency, because that is going to help to bind the drops together. And if you can see, when I move the coconut, you can see we've got a sticky syrup at the bottom here. And now I'm going to add my little secret ingredients, and this is some stem ginger and syrup, and time for some vanilla. I'm using about 2 teaspoons of that, and we're going to give this lovely mix. Right, and I'm just going to leave that for another 5 minutes, and then we're going to take it off the heat, and then we are going to lay them out on a lined tray with some foil, because we don't have banana leaves that we can use, because that's what they use in the Caribbean. You would spoon it all on clean banana leaves, but I'm going to use some foil because that's what I've got here. So I'm just going to let that bubble away so it can reduce down a little bit more for another 5 minutes, and we'll back up to do those drops. So I'll see you in 5. Okay, we are ready to spoon these on some foil. Perfect. It smells so beautiful. That ginger and spices. Let's spoon them up and cool them down. We are just going to leave those and let them cool before you can eat them. About 40 minutes or so until they're cool. I know that it's tempting to try to eat it now, but you will seriously burn yourself. And here you have it, guys. My sweet treat, Jamaican coconut drops.